Yeah, it's been very good. We've already been training now for 8 weeks in pre-season, and I suppose we're one of the fortunate clubs that we, most of our side is rolled over from last season, so we haven't brought any players in at this stage. So, the boys are really looking forward to having another hit out in the Australia Cup.
What are you expecting from the Wanderers?
Pretty much it's a little bit undecided what we're going to expect from them. They've had a big changeover in their squad. So, we'll expect them to play, I suppose, a similar brand of football that they played last year. We had some great results with them last year, some entertaining games. So hopefully tomorrow night is the same thing.
I understand Nesta's not in the squad to travel. What was your reaction to what happened on Friday night?
Oh, look, I think at the time it looked a little bit confronting, but speaking with Nesta, he's, I suppose, a little bit disappointed that all the commotion that's gone on. He's 100% fine. There was no concussion there for him, and he said that he was just all fine. He just can't work out why everyone's making such a thing of it.
How grateful is Nesta for the local referee who stepped in to help?
As I say, Nesta, he doesn't understand why someone was trying to put their fingers in his mouth, because he wasn't struggling, he said, under his regard. So, he's just a little bit surprised that all the commotion that's gone on.
Well, how grateful are you that he was saved a player?
Look, as I say, it looked a little bit confronting, but Nesta, he said he was 100% okay for the whole thing, and couldn't work out why people were trying to do what they were trying to do to him.
So he wasn't really sure what was going on himself?
Yeah, he was just shocked that someone was trying to put their hands in his mouth, so he a little bit surprised, that's all.
And how's he doing now?
Yeah, he's 100%. He's I suppose the hardest thing for Nesta at the moment is that he's had to miss training for a few days, and that's all Nesta wants to do, is wants to play football. So he's a little bit disappointed at the moment.
What was your reaction when you saw how hard he went down?
Look, as I said, when you saw the incident, it seemed okay, because Nesta sort of sat up straight away, and then sort of then rolled away from the grandstand, and then it sort of escalated from there when people started running, and that's what he's I suppose a little bit disappointed with.
What's keeping him out? What is it keeping him out? Just the fact he's playing on the weekend?
Look, the doc says because his head's hit the ground, that with his age and that we've got to be very careful with young players. So we're just giving him that time to recover.
But he's got no concussions?
No, there's no symptoms whatsoever. There was no symptoms after the game. He knew everything. Even when he was sitting on the ground, he was in full control of what had happened.
Aside from Nesta, any notable unavailables this week?
No, I think we've had a few players that have had injury concerns from last season. So Hiroshi is still, he's back full training, but it's still a little bit too early for him to play match minutes. But other than that, we're at full strength.
Obviously, the Adelaide venue management chief has been stood down yesterday. What was your reaction to all that? How's the club handled that?
I'm a fan first and foremost, and I was disappointed. It's a great atmosphere when we play Melbourne Victory. It's a big rivalry, and 99% of the time there's no trouble at those games, and so I was a little bit shocked and a little bit disappointed in what was said.
And you think it's a right decision that it's been overturned and the fans will be welcomed?
Yeah, most definitely. We're a very inclusive club, and it's important that we get good support. Not just from South Australia, but from all of Australia as well. And it's I think it's the main game that our supporters look forward to, because it is such a great atmosphere, and they're always great games.
How does it feel inside the club at the moment, Carlo? It still feels very pre-seasony on the outside, but you've got to play an A-League team tomorrow night in a cup competition. Does it feel comparable to the middle of an A-League season? Like, how do you build this game up?
Yeah, look, that's the difficult thing is that because we're not going from one week to the next week. It's there's breaks between the cup games, but as you say, we're still preparing for the season. We're making changes to our style of football and the way that we want to play. So it's an opportunity for us tomorrow night to also see how that development is going.
Do you find that a few players, maybe the younger ones, need to be switched on a little bit this early in the pre-season for actual games?
No, it's not the young ones. They're always eager to play. I suppose it's the more experienced players that know that we've still got a long time before the season starts, and that's when it really counts. So they're the ones that we have to manage the most.
From a fan point of view, how good is it to have 3 SA teams still in the cup?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've always said, South Australian football always punches above its weight, and we're undervalued for, the players that we provide and the football that we play in general in the state. And it's great to see Campbelltown and Metro Stars do so well in the cup, and hopefully tomorrow night they have success as well.
So that's one more about just walk behind you. How nice is having Craig in the pre-season, not worrying so much about his injury?
Yeah, it's. I think this is the first pre-season that Craig has done since I've been at the club. So we're really looking forward to him having that success that he had last year. And I think in the first round of the cup he showed that he's ready to have a better season than what he did last year.